Interesting. Gwen picking... are you allowed to pick the same map?
Yeah. So
But he
picking is
didn't.
fine. Picking is fine, but only if there was a ban phase, then it wasn't allowed to ban the same map. But picking is fine. Yeah, it's interesting that he picks. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he picked circles for Afi. Who knows? You don't know.
Or to mess with you.
Or to mess with me and because he knew that it was going to be fourth, and that's what going to be a very difficult.
So you virtually eliminate one of the players that are left if you are at that point.
Exactly.
Wow. That would be 5-head if he actually thought about something like that.
Yep. Alright, so I'm in the server, so you can stop the...
Oh. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
You can stop the stream. Man, I put on the jersey and it didn't work out, man.
Yeah.
I should have streamed without the jersey and naked. I think that would have done the trick.
Yeah, next playoffs do that, I guess.
Yeah, I will do it. But Halfpipe first, eh? Okay, so yeah. I'm expecting some crazy stuff from Gwen here. I mean, he didn't play it in phase 1. So is he absolutely gonna destroy these players now? Like that is the question. Or is Pack gonna go for the 2-0? I mean, he had a very long break because he finished in 2 rounds, so that might hinder him a little bit. Yeah,
is that better or worse, right? I mean...
Yeah, exactly. I think for Pack it's... I mean, yeah, Pack is a god tier player anyway, so...
yeah. Oh, Carl Jr. is jumping too?
I'm really disappointed that I got the speed penalty here at the final one.
Yeah, because it was looking really good for you there until that speed penalty. Yeah, you jumped really low. It's like, oh, and then you made it. So I was like, yeah, nice, you got it. And then, oh no, speed penalty, got wrecked.
I think we're going live here.
Yeah, we are. So here we go. Live on the first round, everybody's reset to not finalist mode. And we'll have the same system as last time, but this time with only 6 players, of course. Again, 2 players will be eliminated after the end of this. Afi right now in the lead already. He is looking strong at the start. Oh. But look at that, Carl Jr. overtaking everybody. Now Peck is also in the mix here. Close battle so far. Peck showing that he wants to get first place again. Doesn't want to lose any round in this final. He's first place already, once again. But Afi in the inside line, maybe not with the best approach here. Yeah, Carl Jr. is going for the overtake. He's now in first, but then Afi is back at it again. A back and forth here in this round. This is one of the closest rounds we've seen so far in the final. Probably because Spam is out and he's not behind, am I right? So,
wow.
Oh, with the first mistake. Aurel with the mistake, and now Aurel is definitely out. Gwen... Oh, Gwen gets a lot of speed loss here on the dirt section. He is out for first place as well. And it looks to be between Afi and Carl Jr. for that first place. Into the identity we go. Afi, first low jump, successful. Oh, but here comes Papu. Look at this. What an amount of speed this guy has. Afi, hello? He's just in awe of Papu right now, who is suddenly in first place after this half-pipe identity. Are you kidding me? What happened there?
Yeah, Papu looking strong. Pack has made a massive mistake in the identity. And right now it's a 3-way battle between Papu, Afi, and Carl Jr. Can Papu hold stronger? This is not his pick. Remember, this is Gwen his pick, and Gwen is not doing good in this first round. We did see some different line here by Afi. Going very inside, but will not have the best exit speed as we are approaching the middle sector. Also, Afi with a very inside line here. Does only overtake Papu, but now we are getting into the most important section. It is Afi with a lot of speed. Carl Jr. losing his gear. Gets a massive slowdown. It is Papu with the attack now on Afi, but Afi, upper gears. He is losing a lot of speed. Can he clear the jumps here? That is looking good for both players. Now, the no slide incoming is... Oh, Papu loses a lot of speed.
Papu makes a mistake on the dirt. What is happening? And now, but Afi does not get the no slide. It is all over for him. Papu is saying thank you very much. He's taking it slow because he knew Afi was making a mistake. It was all planned all along. And now we go into the identity. Papu, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god, he gets the free win to Carl Jr.
Wow, what a fiesta on this first round, eh? So many mistakes. A 2:48.62 is a decent time here. I will say that Papu in the warm-up before the match did a 2:47.013, which is the world record. So Papu seems really, really fast on this. But it is Caro Jr. surprisingly getting the first finalist mode.
Yeah, Carl Jr. picking up the scraps that Papu and Afi left behind after making mistakes. I mean, that's a way you can win, I guess. I mean, it is relevant to be in those top positions, even if you are not first, just in case some of the players at the top do make mistakes, like we just saw. Ooh, Afi with the low airtime, inside line once again, like Spam already mentioned. And is that going to be enough for first place? Everybody's so incredibly close together, but it is Pack now in the lead. Takes a nice low airtime approach, and that's going to give him some nice amount of speed coming into the dirt section. Afi is on a roll right now. Gwen here. What? No Pack. Who is it actually first? It is incredibly crazy. Overtakes left and right, and it is now incredibly close. Afi, Pack, and Gwen. Now, all three are first, basically. Pack has a little bit of a better dirt line, but it's all coming down to the no slide here. Who will get the best one? Ooh, Gwen, good approach, but he has to. Ooh, save it! Oh no, even with saving it, he doesn't make it. Gwen is out of it, and now between Afi and Pack for the first place. Is Pack going to get first once again? Already he had 2 rounds in the last. No, what do you mean? He had to slow down so much, and Afi is taking advantage of this one. He is on his way to first.
Oh, Papu hits, but he doesn't get. Oh, he does get the speed penalty, and loses out on a lot of speed here. Where's Caro Jr.? Caro Jr. is finalist, and he is actually in second place. Afi loses a lot of speed with the grass section. Caro Jr. with a very weird transition there. It is so extremely close. Now, this is a complete opposite of what we saw at previous round here. Pack now with a massive advantage, 0.2 of a second. But it is not over. Afi goes for the attack. We have seen some great lines here by Afi. Goes for that inside line on this turn. But will he capitalize on Papu and Pack? No, he is not. But Afi is a great dirt driver. But now, doesn't get the greatest transition. Caro Jr. comes in for the attack. Pack is losing a lot of momentum. It is all coming down to these 2 consecutive dirt jumps. Who gets the best ones? Seems like everyone makes it, but Pack might have the upper hand going into the final sector. Caro Jr. is going for an attack. Now the no slide strategies, everyone is doing it. Papu with an extremely fast one gets the upper gear after all, and it is all gonna be in the identity, Sinas.
Here we go, identity coming in. We've seen a really good one from Papu and also Afi. Oh my god, everybody's risking it so much, and only Papu is the one who actually does it. Papu on his way to the win. He gets it. He locks in finalist mode for himself. Wow, what an end. This identity, man. I mean, what? Everybody just completely risked it.
Everyone is just full YOLOing. I mean, on one hand, it's great, but on the other hand, it's like really bad. But yeah, we have 2 finalist modes now enabled, and we are in the final round on Halfpipe here. Gotta remember, this is Gwen's pick, and he is arguably playing the worst out of all the players here.
Yeah, it does look like, yeah, you are completely right. I mean, Gwen not capitalizing on his own map pick here. So, interestingly enough, even though he got first in the regular season, he is not able to get first on this map. Carl Jr. and Papu are finalists, but it is Pack once again in first place. He is always in the battle every round he plays, although he's not played a lot of rounds yet, let's be honest. But right now, onto the dirt we go. Papu looking strong here. He has a nice amount of speed, but maybe is that too much? Coming into the dirt jumps. It was not, but it was not enough for Carl Jr., who slows down quite a lot. He is out of the race. It is now going to be between Papu, Gwen, Pack. Who gets the best here? Oh my god, it is Afi actually, one I didn't even mention, who gets the best no-slide turn. And he is on his way to the identity, overtakes Papu with an incredible line. But now the full risk is being turned on. Who is the one actually surviving it? It is Papu once again. Oh my god, what is going on in this identity?
Yeah, and we instantly see 2 DNFs here as well. Like this is like the power of this format. You make a mistake at the identity, you're like, I'm out. See, 3 DNFs right now.
Oh my
so it
God.
is only up to Aurel to try to battle these giants that are currently finalists. It is Papu who has a 0.5 of an advantage, and I don't see Papu losing it here, as Aurel is catching up a little bit, but Papu is a very, very safe driver when it comes to securing a first place here. And coming up to the middle sector where we have to clear these jumps, it is Aurel going for a little bit of a push here. We gotta remember the identity can make some magic happen, but Papu seemed to be very consistent on the end and very fast as well. Oh, but Papu gets a speed penalty. It is Aurel catching up now. The gap is 0.2 of a second. Is this gonna be it? Aurel has to go for it. He knows that he's behind. Papu goes for the slide. Oh no, it is all crumbling for Papu. Aurel now in first place, but this is the opportunity for Papu to full risk. It is also Carl Jr. coming back strong. Here we go, the final identity. It is Papu going for an ultra low jump. He is actually making it.
What is this low jump by
God.
Papu? Are you kidding me? A deserved win by him. I don't even know how he pulled that off.
He actually full YOLO'd the end and he made it. I mean, respect to him. Aurel was 0.3 ahead, but it is Papu who just goes, I'm second? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna just win it right here. And he actually defeats everyone.
I mean, is it full YOLO if you do that 3 times in a row?
Exactly. Semiramis was picked by Papu here. So Papu has picked Semiramis, but he's already done. So he doesn't even have to play his own map pick.
Wow.
That is quite the nice job here. I mean, yeah, you pick Semiramis. Yeah. What about I finish on your map first?
Yeah, that's just Papu flexing a little bit here in the second phase of the final. Peck, not even finalist. What is going on? He's slipping. I mean, no, just kidding. His map is still coming, of course.
I mean, Pack did not play good on Halfpipe. Let's be honest. Did we see him in the first? No, I think he DNF'd once, and then 2 times he was battling for first in lap 1, but after that he crumbled.
Yeah, he definitely makes mistakes, and that is just yeah. Then your round is over, obviously.
Yeah, and the pace here was quite fast actually in phase 1. However, there were also plenty of mistakes being done here. Not only by myself, but also by others. So it's going to be interesting if we will see a sub 2:19 time here. That is really, really fast pace. Pack definitely capable of doing it. Same with Gwen. And obviously Carl has the pace as well. He's the only finalist. So the pressure is all onto him. And yeah, with 10 seconds remaining, let's see who is going to come on top on Semiramis.
Yeah, everybody chilling at this checkpoint here. Pack. Let's see what's gonna happen here. End of warm-up. The round is starting on Semiramis, and yeah, like you said, Carl Jr. the only finalist so far. The rest of the players, they have to get it themselves now. And well, Papu picked the map, so we have no idea. He is already finished. We have no map picker driving right now. It can be anyone's game this time around. Ooh, but it is Gwen with a nice start. Oh, Pack is out of it. He loses so much speed. I think he also lose the gear right there. So we won't see him in first place, I'm pretty sure. It is Carl Jr. instead, who has the 0-1 on his car right now. And will continue to do so. But Gwen, actually, #1 of the regular season, wants to be #1 in this round as well. A beautiful turn by him. Incredible. Just leaving everybody behind. And he takes over the lead from Carl Jr. in lap #1. Here we go into another tech turn. Oh, Carl Jr. is actually coming closer a little bit. Takes a little bit more airtime. We're coming into the identity. Who gets the low jumps? Oh, Carl has such a beautiful low jump. Once again, what is he doing? The risk is here, but it is paying off. And now Carl Jr. is in the lead.
Aurel made a massive mistake in the identity, and he is completely out of this race. It would be very interesting to have Papu win on Gwen's pick, and then Gwen absolutely dominating Papu's pick here. Right now, it is looking like Carl Jr. is going for victory royale. But we still have a complete lap remaining, and the gap is only 0.2 of a second. This upcoming sector is also important, carrying your speed through these fast platform turns. Carl Jr. does it very nice. We see a different approach from Gwen, and he actually lands on the border, loses all of his speed, and he is completely out. This is the greatest opportunity for Carl Jr. to close out this phase 2 and move himself into the top 4 placings in this final of TMGL. He has a 1 second gap between himself and Afi, and 1 identity between himself and winning. Very nice first jump. It does look like Pack is full risking it. Same with Afi. Carl Jr. goes super safe. He knows it. But it is Afi with an inside line. I think Carl Jr. will still have it. And that is going to be the GG for the Canadian. Securing 2nd place in this phase 2. With a good time as well. 2:18.79. That is a proper match time.
Good job for Carl Jr. here. The 2nd winner and no other finalists. Wow. Papu and Carl Jr. really dominating in the 2nd phase here of the final. And now it's Afi, Gwen, Peck and Aurel. It's 50-50 here. There are 2 players in, 2 players out. And the players must feel the nerves coming up once again here. It is time for them to perform and get themselves with red letters on the scoreboard. Let's see what they can do here. Afi has the best start so far with the inside line and somehow doesn't lose any speed on doing so. And that means he is going to take the lead here. Pack, I don't know how he survived that, but he did, and it's paying off right now. Oh my god, Afi makes a mistake. Afi is out, and he went for too much. He wanted to hold on to the first place, but not enough. He did feel Pack lurking in the shadows, wanted to go for the overtake, and Afi went full risk. Not gonna happen. He is out of it, and now Gwen. Gwen really wants to win here. Pack is first place, but Gwen is coming a little bit closer, especially now on this turn. Coming into the identity, low jumps ahead. Pack, good first jump. Into the 2nd one he goes. Once again, clears it quite nicely. And will extend his lead on Gwen even. Coming into lap number 2.
Yeah, this is looking good for Pack. Is entering lap 2 with 0.3 of a second. While the other 2 players are basically out of sight here. So it is really up to Gwen here to push it to the limit. And he's definitely capable of doing so. I think he is actually closing the gap here. But this turn is gonna make or break it. We do have Pack still holding on to 0.2 of a second. But we did see Gwen make a mistake in previous round in this upcoming jump. Can he survive it right now? He does do so. But Pack holds on to first place. I think Gwen is slowly catching up. He did a small grass slide. It is Pack with a too high jump, loses all of his momentum. And now we have a neck and neck race going into the identity in a few turns. Oh my god, it is 0.03 of a second between these 2 players. It is Pack versus Gwen. In the identity, who is getting the lowest jump? It is Gwen with a little bit more grip early on. And Pack loses it. Pack loses the gear, but he manages to release perfectly. It is now all up to this ending. The grass slide from Gwen is gonna pull through. Or is Pack gonna take it? Wow, what a race. 0.03 of a second between Pack and Gwen. Very, very nice by Thomas Cole here for M&M Gaming. And he puts himself in finalist mode. And I believe we have the final round here on Semiramis. And we got to remember, Semiramis was Pack's choice in phase 1. So he is confident on this map.
Ooh, that's a good fact to throw out there. And yeah, we can see that on the scoreboard that he is finalist right now. And that's the first round where I can really say what a great race up until the very, very end. Gwen almost taking it there with the better speed, but it was just not enough. And Pack is the one who takes it all. Can he do that again though? I mean, we have the battle going on here. Pack has a nice amount of speed. And Gwen is not going to play this because he just did what Afi did last round. Completely out of the game. But is Afi going to do what Gwen did last round and going to go for the battle with Pack? So far, not looking so to be the case because Pack is now almost 0.3 of a second ahead.
Wow, double DNF.
Double DNF, Gwen. What? Gwen and Aurel giving up? I mean, it seems a bit weird to me that people DNF. I gotta be honest. I mean, there is always a slight chance, right? But okay, that's me. I mean, Pack right now, looking strong. He is not giving away that lead coming into map 2. Actually, never mind. He is giving away a bit of the lead there. Afi is closing in a little bit. The round is not over till Pack goes over that finish line. And Afi knows it. He wants to go for the overtake, but he needs to start pushing it. At this 0.2 of a second, this turn is going to be really important. Who gets the best exit speed? Seems like Pack takes a really nice one. And he is going to get a nice gap between himself and Afi. Taking this turn quite nicely as well. The gap is about the same. Oh my god, Afi barely makes it. But he does make it at least. But I don't think he takes a good amount of speed. Oh dear, here we go into the next round. It is Pack still looking really strong here. 0.3 of a second between him and Afi. And Pack is just the consistent player that we know him to be. Oh my god, Afi takes the full risk and slows down a little bit. Can he make this jump? He will. No, he won't. He won't. That's GG.
Triple DNF in the finalist round for Pack here. Let's see what kind of time he is going to do. I believe this is going to be a decent finish time as well. 2:19.08. That is definitely doable. And yeah, Gwen is not showing up here. He might be going out in this phase 2, as we have the... Is this gonna be... No, there is a potential this is gonna be the final map here of this phase, as we have 3 players left and only 1 spot remains here, and we have Paradise. So this is very interesting because Pack wins. So what happened was Papu wins on Gwen's pick, then Pack wins... Wait, Pack and Karo win on Papu's pick. And now we are on Pack's pick. So, does the pick phase even matter in this case? It seems like it doesn't.
Well, at least not that important as apparently, because people can win on each other's maps. I mean...
Yeah, what was the pace here actually? In the... I believe these guys were pretty good. But yeah, I can't remember what times Gwen, Afi, and Arel did on this map. But this map is actually a cool and interesting one to potentially close this phase out. And
well,
we have 1 minute of warm up here, so these players are warming up.
Yeah, I mean, there is the slight chance that if we get all 3 players taking 1 round, that we go to the next map. Yeah, that is possible. We might see 1 more round on the next one.
And what was the... So the next map after this is Starglide. Okay.
Okay.
Now that could be really interesting. But I have a feeling there's gonna be just a two finish guy here. He's just gonna boom, get 1, and then the second one as well.
Oh, even just 2 rounds. Not even. Okay.
He's gonna ride on the momentum of his first win.
Well, kind of like we've seen so far from the other 3 players who've used their momentum to lock in the win already. Afi, Gwen, and Aurel not winning any round so far, and 3 players are already through. Here we go, end of warm-up match is starting. Spam, why don't you take it off this time?
Alright. Well, Paradise, Afi, Gwen, and Aurel. I wonder if there's gonna be a mistake and then the insta DNF again. Because you gotta remember, there's only 2 other players driving right now, so a DNF would not be a great choice. First couple of turns, quite simple here. All players within 300ths of a second. Oh, is that a mistake for Aurel? Yes, it is. He jumps way too far. That is a mistake that I myself have done as well. Very unfortunate. So that might be the potential DNF there. But like I said, I would not do that. It's 6 seconds of a gap between Aurel and second place right now. Gwen and Afi, however, are approaching the first most important section. It is going to be the freewheel drift. Who is going to get the upper gear and who isn't? We will see some different lines here. Gwen going for a very inside line, gets a little bit of advantage compared to Afi. Afi does not have the greatest speed and he is getting a lower gear. And here you see it. Gwen is shooting himself forward. You gain about 4/10 of a second here since it is freewheel. Goes extremely wide, almost colliding with the checkpoint. Different entries here in the first half pipe. It is Gwen still holding on to his lead, but Afi is closing the gap. This final one is going to decide the start of lap 2 here, as the gap is now 0.3 of a second. If Gwen repeats his round, he will take the first victory here.
Wow, and Gwen is currently looking good, although Afi just popped it in this dirt turn and took 0.1 away from the gap. And now Gwen is trying to defend that 0.2 that he still has left. Into the jump we go, both players clearing it seems like. And now we're gonna go into the tech, into the dirt. Gwen is looking strong though. He's taking that difference back again. He's now more than 0.3 ahead once again. And Gwen, who really wants to get that win going into the dirt. Gap still 0.3. These players are incredibly close to each other, although Gwen has the advantage right now. Afi needs to somehow find a way to close this gap. And this is not going to be it. Gwen seems to have this line under the knee, as they say in the Netherlands. And he's going to extend the lead on Afi going into the engine cut turns. Here we go once again. This time both players upper gearing, but Gwen has the lead already. So all is coming down to the identity. Gwen takes such a wide line, but he is surviving once again. Identity coming in. Gwen can kind of take it safe because his gap is quite big and he's not taking my advice. He's just going full risk. Coming in to the finish. It does seem like Gwen is able to clear it. He will win.
Wow. What a great race. So the only difference here was the lower gear from Afi.
Yeah.
That sealed the deal basically. So it's just so important to get that upper gear there. But it's a very difficult turn as well because you cannot just release because you have no engine. So you rely on drifting and just tapping the brake and timing it perfectly. But that puts Gwen in the position to potentially end this phase and move on to phase 3 together with Papu, Carl and Pack. So a lot of pressure now on the young driver Gwen. But we did see Afi has the potential to deny him the victory as Aurel now makes the jump. We did see Aurel with about 12 seconds of a difference previous round, so he made another initial mistake. Right now he is in hot pursuit, only 1600s behind Gwen and Afi. And like I said, the most important part is coming up after this reactor boost turnover. We do have Afi leading the way going into the turnover. Slightly different approaches here. Gwen again with that very inside line, almost collides with the wall, but here we go. Who is gonna get the lower gear or upper gear? It seems like Afi will not have the greatest speed. It is Gwen once again. Look at him, turbo boosting forward, and that is the power of the upper gear on the free winning section. And it is 0.6 of a difference already. If he just drives a clean lap right now, then he is making it. Afi almost colliding with the checkpoint, but it is looking extremely good for Gwen here, who enters lap 2 with a 0.65 of an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, that's upper gear after the engine cut. That is just so deciding here. Twice in a row now where Gwen just takes... First time it was only 0.4, but now, I mean, it's already 0.7. And, I mean... We will just have to see Gwen not get the upper gear this round for Afi to even take the win, unless Gwen makes some kind of other mistake, I guess. But it doesn't look like Gwen is about to make any mistakes. He is looking really strong on Paradise right now. He's like, sure, Pack, Carl Jr., Papu, they're already through. Now it's my time. This time I'm gonna get the finalist into the win. He is in the lead right now. The difference, more than half a second. You can see the gap on your screens right now. Gwen is looking very comfortable. Going into the last part of the second lap. He just needs to clear it. And then he is on to the next phase. And that means, by the way...
It's the upper gear.
Here we go. Oh! Afi is really wants an upper gear. But that is not going to be enough. Gwen is able to take it. And that means he is on his way to not only get into the top 4, but also to eliminate Afi and Aurel. They're about to go out here, unless Gwen makes a mistake in the end. Pause, champ. Nope. Gwen is able to lock it in. GG, Afi and Aurel are eliminated.
With a worthy finish time as well. They're 2:50.502. That is definitely good. And yeah, Aurel and Afi, GG to them as well. I believe they were 5th. Afi was 5th of the season. Aurel was 7th. So it's me and Aurel who swap places here, if we look at standing from the group stage. But yeah, I was surprised with Papu's performance on Halfpipe. Definitely YOLO for the win. That made the difference. Pack looked a little bit shaky in the first 2 maps, but then kept it together and managed to close out his finalist attempt as well. And then you could definitely see that Afi and Aurel were a little bit slower than the other players here. So that concludes this phase 2, and there are 2 more phases remaining, with the top 4 from group stage is also going to be the top 4 in the playoffs. And this is also the time where prize money is being won for these top 4 players.